We've all watched Grey's Anatomy or any other medical show for that matter, where you see the students hovered around a body trying some sort of new and exciting medical experiment. However, what if that was you or your loved one whose body was laying on the table? Throughout this speech, I'll discuss the use of cadavers for medical advancement while exploring 3 academic articles as well as some online sources. I'll uncover not only the history of cadaver usage, but also the uses and benefits along with the ethics associated with body donation. Although there are critics of this process, I'll be sure to illustrate the specific need for cadavers within the medical field in order to show the importance of cadavers in the development of medicine. The use of cadavers has been present since the late Middle Ages. In fact, according to Habich Dinnis' article published in 2018, they gained popularity in the 18th and 19th century in Europe. However, the process hasn't always been the same as it is today. In fact, most bodies were unclaimed bodies, meaning that their loved ones hadn't decided to donate their body to science. It was just decided for them. Most of these bodies were collected from jails and poorhouses. Again, from Habich Dinnis' 2018 article, we know that cadavers began to gain popularity again in the 1960s and 1970s. However, this time it was done legitimately through medical donation. The process gave rise to things such as durable power of attorney and informed consent, which we know to be very popular and important in the medical field today. Habich went on to discuss the medical cadavers all over the world. With the rise in technology such as 3D simulators and virtual simulation, you would think that the use of cadavers is actually decreasing. However, it's exactly the opposite. It has since been increasing in things such as postgraduate medical education. In fact, of the 71 countries that Habich studied, North America, Europe, Australia, and New Zealand all had established body donation programs, as well as parts of South America and Asia. Habich cited that things such as religion and death and dying cultures and traditions, as well as body destruction such as cremations, would be reasons that not all countries have established donation programs. However, when people donate their bodies to science, they are used for many purposes other than just anatomy dissection. In a study done by Philip Muchaka, Hassan Sadi, and Pamela Mandela, 100% of students surveyed agreed that cadaver dissection was a useful tool in learning anatomy, and 95% of them favored this compared to the 3D technology and the virtual simulators. Additionally, 94% of students surveyed agreed that dissection gave them a better 3D awareness than the visual simulators, and 85% of students felt that it assisted in learning medical terminology. 80% felt as though it allowed them to learn how to use medical instruments correctly. Although we typically think of cadavers for purposes such as these, anatomy discovery, they are used for many other things such as discovery of new surgical procedures, development of new pharmaceutical drugs, as well as being used as crash test dummies to develop new safety features in not only cars and car seats and things like that. However, even with all of these benefits that we just discussed, there are still critics to this process, and ethics are typically brought up in the discussion of body donation. As discussed before, many of the reservations associated with cadaver dissection are cultural or religion-based, such as the human body should be respected even after death. Alternatively, Shagupta Sheikh notes that each individual should have autonomous control even in the disposition of death over their body. This means that the individual gets to decide what to do with their body in death as they would as though they were living, without any worry to social need or public interest. Since ethics do play such a large role in body donation, it's important to note that there is such a thing as dissection room etiquette. For example, you are only using the part of the body that you yourself are studying. If someone is studying a hand surgery or learning how to perform that, they will only be operating on that hand. The rest of the body will be covered and later donated to someone who can use the rest of that body. Also noted by Coulter in her 2019 article, Georgetown University students actually hold a whole memorial service for the loved ones whose family member has donated their body. They present them with flowers and show their appreciation for their family's donation. My goal today was to bring a new meaning to the use of cadavers in the medical field. As I said before, we've all seen Grey's Anatomy or a medical related show that's using cadavers. However, what we might not realize is that someday it may be you or your loved one that it may have to make that decision. By understanding the history, the uses and benefits, as well as the ethics that are involved in making this decision, such as autonomy even in death, my hope is that you now realize that cadavers are extremely important and a beneficial part of medical advancement. Thank you.